Hi, I'm Kevin Hill, and today we're going to do another fun painting. So let's get started. We'll start off today with a 2-inch brush and a little bit of yellow, maybe a touch of red. And let's come right down here and begin to work in a nice little sky. Now maybe today our sky has a lot of pretty colors in it. Some nice yellows and reds and maybe a touch of blue. We'll see. All right, just work this color right along the bottom. Now with a 1-inch brush loaded with some red and blue, let's come up to the corners now and drop in the rest of the sky. Now we really don't want much of this color. It doesn't take a lot just to cover a very small amount of canvas. We don't want it too dark. So you can add a little bit of white to the color or simply load less on the brush. If you have very little on the brush, it won't cover up too thick. You'll get a very, very soft and pale color. All right, a little bit in this corner. Now with a clean 2-inch brush, we can very, very carefully just soften some of these colors together. Now what I don't want to do is grab this blue and drag it down here where we have more of the yellow color. So I started at the bottom and now I'm working up. And I'm just doing it enough that all the hard lines kind of mix together and gently across. Next I'll take a filbert brush and load it up with a little bit of red, touch of blue, and then wipe most of the paint out on a paper towel. And we're going to go ahead and work on some nice clouds up here. I'm just going to start by setting the brush down and scrubbing. Scrub all the way around. Kind of just move around randomly. Don't want to create anything that's symmetrical. No symmetrical patterns here today. All right. You don't have to be stuck with this one color. You can change colors. You can add a little more red, add a little bit of white, add some blue, whatever. Just change it up. Keep these shapes so loose and free. There's really almost no need to blend. We'll blend a little, but not much. Not much. Because the paint is applied so thin, very little on the brush. To blend it, you'll just take a relatively clean brush and just give it a quick, gentle little blend. Now that we're done with our sky, we'll just pull off this little piece of masking tape. We're going to do an ocean today, and that just keeps our horizon line nice and straight. So we'll go right into some nice red and touch of blue on the 2-inch brush. We'll just scrub some of that color down here. This is just the underpainting for our water and our big wave and all the nice details that we're going to have. Leave a little spot here in the center open. With our 1-inch brush and a little bit of yellow and red. Let's just paint in the last little bit here. See that? Just scrub it right in and then allow the colors to mix together. Because we have mostly a purple color down and this yellow and red mix, we don't have to worry too much about getting a bright green color. It kind of just mixes and turns into a soft gray, which is actually not bad at all. Now, as you can see here, I took a little bit of white paint and just did a little sketch. Sort of keeps this on track. And now maybe with the filbert brush, let's come right back here and just begin to drop in a nice little cliff way in the background. It doesn't take much. And then fill it in like that. Now maybe we want it slightly darker. You can do that, just add a little bit of blue to it. This is just the same colors we had in the sky for the clouds. They were just laying around on the palette. I just scooped them up and decided to make a little island out of it. All right, a little bit of black maybe, watch this. Let's do a nice darker one. Oh yeah. Now with the fan brush and a little bit of yellow and white, let's just come right here under the sun and just begin to drop in a few few little highlights like this. There. Doesn't take a whole lot, just a little. All right, and then maybe down here, there'd be some on there, but let's just throw some of this color in the sand. We'll have some sand down here. Now with a little bit of blue and white on the filbert brush, let's just begin to shape some of these waves here with a touch of light. Maybe this isn't the highlight color, but it's a middle tone. Some of these waves, maybe even this one right here in that spot, we'll kind of just leave it the way it is with this color. Others, we're going to put some more of these beautiful, beautiful colors we have there in the center. And in that way, we're going to really create a lot of interest and depth in this painting. A lot of contrast, and people are going to just, hopefully they'll just sit there and stare at it for a long time. Be very interesting. All right. Now with the filbert brush and a very nice, kind of a light turquoise green color, we can just begin to scrub in this beautiful eye or the transparent part of the wave. See that? Oh yeah. A little bit of blue, a little bit of green, and a little bit of white. I picked up a little bit of yellow now. Put the yellow right there, wipe the brush, touch more white. This is the way you have to paint in the eyes. Kind of go in stages, you kind of just put the color on, and then you work with it. See that? Blend it. Always wiping off the brush. If you need to do a little adjustment, you just wipe the brush, pick up another color. Nice. I'm liking that. That's looking pretty good. A little more. There, a little more light for you. I love the light filtering through the center. Really, look at that. It brings your eye here to this part of the painting. That's exactly what we're trying to do. And allow it to blend. Maybe we need to go, let's go a little darker in there. A little bit of blue, a little bit of black. Let's get some dark in there. We also need some dark over here. Might as well do it right now. Next, we'll load up our filbert brush with a little bit of blue, red, and white. And it was just laying around here on the palette. And that's nice because it kind of helps to tie all the colors together. We'll use this color to just scrub in a little bit of sand here. Don't need a whole lot. There's just a little bit of the canvas showing. See that? Work it up and blend it into the blue. And then bring the blue back down. It helps to create a very soft transition there. Nice. And then gently into the yellow we just put down. Oh yeah. Next we can come in here and just begin to make a nice little ridge of foam. Now maybe, it's pretty thick today, it's pretty big. So we're just throwing on some paint. This is just our underpainting. We're gonna come back and add some highlights. We're gonna add some beautiful highlights like right in through there. That's where we're really gonna see some sunlight showing. Oh yeah, there we go. All right. You see this? I'm just throwing on the paint, that's all. Throw on a little bit of this paint and watch this. Take your brush and just drag it back. There. Next, we can just rub in a nice little couple of rocks back here. There. Now, we don't need to go crazy with the rocks. We don't need to get them so detailed that they distract. Because honestly, look at how misty this is. I don't want to lose that. So, keep the rocks subtle. Even just by rubbing like that, you completely destroy that edge and leave it that way. Now we'll just take a fan brush and very lightly scrub in some beautiful little sunlight colors. It's mostly just white, a little touch of red. Just scrub these colors in where you think the sunlight would hit. You see that? Creates a beautiful little effect. Very nice. Over here, maybe you turn the brush and kind of scrub in this direction because the sun is basically right above. See it kind of filtering through? All right. Touch more of the yellow and white. Throw some yellow in that color. Oh yeah, beautiful highlights. Right out on the edge. It's just too exciting. Now with the filbert brush and some blue and white, we can just begin to scrub in a few little nice little foam lines and things here. We don't need to cover the entire water area, but we certainly want we want a decent amount of these in here. The reason we want that is because it really helps to add detail and contrast. You see all these little light against dark areas? It just helps us to look a little bit more complete, a little bit nicer, a little bit more detailed. Oh yeah, and they're pretty quick to do. Now with our liner brush and a little bit of blue and white, we can add on a few final details here. Now this color just barely shows up. You don't want to do something so bright that it just distracts. The only time we want to go bright is when we go into the center where the sun might hit. You can do that. You can change to a nice light color and do a couple of little detailed lines over there if you want to. All right, well, I think we're done. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Don't forget to check out my website, my DVDs, and also my brush line. And thanks for watching.